Hi, I'm Amelia, and this is Cowboy. He is almost 3 months old, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our raffle. If you come to our Discord general channel, you can sign up, and it'll be pinned there. You can sign up for our raffle. The prize is going to be a total home office makeover by Shy, our other DevRel. But believe me, it'll be like no other. Also, we have a pet zone where you can post a photo of your own pet or an adorable animal, or remix a photo of one of those photos or another adorable animal as a theme, and you will get a multiplier on your raffle entry. So that's pretty awesome. Also, I'm going to do some live stream calls with this little guy, Cowboy, maybe my cat Mittens as well. We're going to be posting a lot of puppy photos and puppy videos as well. So if you need a little bit more of a daily dose of pet love in your life, please come and hang out with us on Discord. All right, thanks so much. So glad to be here at GraphQL Summit 2020.
Hey everyone, I'm Shy. I'm a developer evangelist at Contentful along with Amelia. I'm really excited to be here today as part of GraphQL Summit 2020. I don't have any cool pets to share with you, but I do have some cool things that we're doing at Contentful that I'm really excited to let you know about. First off, if you haven't heard, we just launched our Contentful Community Edition that makes working on Contentful as a developer better than ever. There's some really amazing things in there, but most importantly to you, GraphQL is now free on Contentful, so make sure to head to our blog to learn about that. If you've never had a chance to dive into GraphQL before, we've also just launched a really amazing course that my colleague Stefan Judas has been working on really hard for the last couple of weeks. And it's a really amazing way to dive into GraphQL and get really familiar with what it's all about and how you can build an amazing project with it. And lastly, for those of you that have been using GraphQL for a while, we have a really great way to reward you for the projects that you make. If you make any cool projects using the Contentful GraphQL API, we will hook you up with some limited edition swag that you can't get anywhere else. And once it's gone, that's it. You've missed it. So to learn more, you can head over to the Discord and we'll have links that you can check out and click on. And that's it for me. Back to Amelia.
And I'm here with Mittens. Stop by our booth and you'll be able to see some lovely interactive calls with Mittens and Cowboy and some photos. And please post your own pet photos as well. I just wanted to let you know we're also pro cat as well, as we have a beautiful large lady. Love Mittens.
We are eager to see you, or anticipating, desperate, or excited? Excited, yes. Hi, I'm Phil from Formidable Laboratories Incorporated, or for short, Formidable, the JavaScript consultancy and makers of the Urkel open source project. Today, you'll be able to find us on Discord and ask questions about Urkel, GraphQL, or Formidable itself. We're excited to see you. On Discord, you'll find Stephen, Kylie, Brandon, and myself, and we'll be particularly proud to talk about Urkel, our interpretation of a flexible and dynamic GraphQL client with new features that have recently been added, like schema awareness and offline support. And I've also been told we're currently hiring for our Toronto office and other select remote locations. Go Maple Leafs! So if you're currently looking for a job, please just drop by and ask. And if your company is looking for a helping hand, we can help with that too. So see you on Discord.
Hey, welcome to this virtual FinalDB booth at GraphQL Summit. So why is FinalDB actually present at GraphQL Summit, which we're essentially a database, it's in the name? Well, we offer a native GraphQL layer that allows you to get started with GraphQL in 20 seconds and benefit from all the advantages of the database itself. We have prepared a little something to explain you, so let's dive right in. So what you see in this image is that FinalDB is a database that is secure, scalable and distributed and offers GraphQL. It offers GraphQL by importing the schema, and in no time you get a GraphQL endpoint that's easy, fast, efficient and secure. But let's see how this actually works. Let's just do it. So of course we need a schema to get started. So now we have a schema, we type very fast. And then of course the only thing you have to do is log into FinalDB, which is a web portal, and you will end up in our dashboard where you can create a new database. Then you can import your schema and you're done. You actually have your GraphQL endpoint. Now if you would want, we can just start playing around with it. So you get a GraphQL playground where you can start creating data, for example. In this case, we'll create some simple data with a name, an icon, some projects which are actually linked types, and some skills at the same time, and we will return the ID. Once that is done, we can also get the profile. So we could start with just the ID. We could say, okay, we want a page size of 2. We can also add the after and before cursor to get other pages if we want, and we can get other data or even data from other entities that are linked. At the moment you imported the schema, FinalDB did basically everything for you to make these queries efficient. So what is FinalDB besides of offering GraphQL? Well, we're going to engage Whirlwind models because that's just way too many things. So I assume that was a bit too fast. There is much to explain, so that is exactly why we are here today at our Discord booth. So if you want to know more about FinalDB's GraphQL, if you want to know more about FinalDB in general, me and my colleagues are here in the Discord booth ready to talk to you. If you want to just chat with us, that's fine. If you want to see a specific demo of a specific feature, let us know. We hope to see you there.
Hey there, GraphQL Summit. Ryan Severns, one of the founders of Stackhawk here. We're excited to be sponsoring the summit, and we appreciate you taking a moment to watch our video. If you're not familiar with Stackhawk, we are an application security tool. We're built to help developers find and fix security bugs before they hit production. I'm going to take just a minute to tell you a little bit more about us, and then we have a giveaway that I'd love to tell you a little bit more about at the end. So with Stackhawk, it all starts with scanning your application. We help find security bugs with a single Docker command. So it's based on YAML files, and they kick off a scanner with that single Docker command. Scans HTML applications, REST APIs, and recently, we've just recently launched our GraphQL scanning capability as well. After you run a scan, we can hop into the Stackhawk web app and triage and get information to help fix those bugs. So we have the request and response bodies from the bugs that were found. We have curl commands to help you recreate those bugs and step through and figure out where it's happening in the code. History, documentation on how to fix, all that kind of stuff. And then we're big believers of automating your security testing in the pipeline. Every time you have a build, we believe that you should be running a security test as well. And just make sure that there's not new security bugs that are being shipped to production. So you can run Stackhawk pre-production on your local machine. You can run it in CI/CD. You can run it against a production site as well. And like I said, we just recently launched our GraphQL security testing. We are the only ones out there that are running actual fuzzing and actual testing against your GraphQL-backed applications, and not just checking for best practices, but actually simulating an attack against your various query parameters. To get started, you can sign up at stackhawk.com, free trial. You can create the YAML configuration and then kick off a scan. We're always happy to help. We have folks standing by to help with support or anything that you might run into. So we'd love for you to check us out and sign up for an account. And we would also love for you to enter to win a Nintendo Switch and also get a Stackhawk t-shirt in the process. You can head over to stackhawk.com/GraphQL-summit and enter to win there. And we'll be drawing in a couple weeks, and we'll give you some chances to win a few more entries between now and then. Thanks so much. Hope you have a good rest of your summit.
Hi folks, I'm going to introduce Asura Cloud to you. Asura provides an instant GraphQL API on your newer existing databases, GraphQL servers, or even REST servers. Let's see it in action. I'm going to use Asura Cloud to deploy a Asura instance. And then when I create my project, I'm going to enter my database URL. I have an existing Postgres database. Once I create a project, in a few seconds, my Asura GraphQL server is ready, and that's my GraphQL endpoint. If I head to the Data tab, I'll see that Asura has introspected all of the models that are existing inside the database. I can expose these tables selectively or expose all of them. Asura then shows me all of the foreign keys inside these tables, which are hints of GraphQL relationships. So I'll expose them as well and convert them to GraphQL relationships. If I head back to the GraphQL tab, in the Explorer, I'll see all of the models. For example, I can query the albums, and I can also query the artist of that album. And I can fetch all of that data in a GraphQL query. This data is automatically being fetched from the artist and the album table. Now let's say I have another GraphQL service, and this GraphQL service takes an artist ID and returns a description for that artist ID. So I can see that this returns a description for artist ID 1. If I change that to 10, I'll get a description for artist ID 10. I can take this GraphQL server and bring that into Asura as well as a remote schema. Let's call it artist info, and let's add this remote schema. Now when I make a query, I can query that GraphQL server directly as well, and so I can see that happening. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a table in my database to this GraphQL API. So I head to the artist table and I'm going to go create a remote relationship. I'm going to call the remote relationship a description and link that to the artist info GraphQL API. And I'm going to set the ID as the join condition. Once I do that, I can now make a GraphQL query that fetches the artist information, let's say for artist ID 9. And so I'm going to fetch the ID and name, but I can also fetch the description. And you can see that this data is now coming in from the GraphQL API. So I'm effectively fetching data from the database and also from the GraphQL API. That field does not exist in the database table. Similarly, I can bring in REST APIs as well. Asura Cloud is a serverless hosting option for Asura that is globally available and comes with features like monitoring and analytics, including advanced monitoring for subscriptions. It comes with query and data caching as well, and features like rate limiting for security. Very soon, we'll be launching blue-green deployments on Asura Cloud as well, so that you can gradually roll out new versions of your GraphQL API on the same set of data sources. Take Asura Cloud for a spin and do let us know what you think.